Hey guys, it's Miss Stacy. We are reviewing Wednesday's homework. Select all the shapes that are also parallelograms, and we have to remember what a parallelogram is. So remember that a parallelogram has opposite sides that have equal length, and the opposite sides are parallel. So we know that if we have a rhombus, opposite sides have equal length and opposite sides are parallel. Trapezoid, we only have one pair of parallel sides. Okay, a square, we have opposite sides and parallel sides. So those are equal length and parallel. Pentagons, well, we know that pentagons are five-sided shapes, so that means that they're not going to have the same sides parallel and equal length. A kite, same thing. You're not going to have parallel sides. They could be the equal length, but they're not going to be parallel sides. A rectangle, obviously the opposite sides are parallel and the opposite sides have equal lengths. And just like the pentagon and the kite, the hexagon does not have opposite sides parallel and opposite sides equaling all the time. So the only ones that are parallelograms with opposite sides of equal length and opposite sides are parallel would be the rhombus, square, and rectangle. Find the quotient, express your answer as a mixed number. So we know that we could also write 39 divided by 5 is 39 fourths. And we know that 4 can go into 39 6 times, and 6 times 4 is, sorry, 9 times, 9 times. I know you're yelling at me. I know. 9 times. Okay, 9 times 6 is 36, and 36 from 39 is 3, and the denominator stays the same for 9 and 3/4. Okay, for 125 divided by 7, it would be also 125 sevenths. So 7 can go into 12 how many times? So we can go 7 can go into 12 one time, and that's 5 left over. And then we bring down that 5, so 55. 7 can go into 55. So 8 times 7 is 56. So then 7. So 55 minus 49. 55 minus 49 is 6, and the denominator is 7. So 17 and 6/7 would be the mixed number. Okay, now we have Jim and some more candy. Jim has 4 pounds of candy. He wants to put the candy into bags so that each bag has half a pound of candy. Which expression shows how to calculate the number of bags of candy that Jim can make? So again, we know that he has 4 pounds. He has 4 pounds, and he wants to separate them into half-pound bags. So how many bags are we going to have? So that would be 4 pounds is what you have, and you want to share them with half-pound servings. So we know it is 4 divided by 1/2. Pattern X and pattern Y start at 2. So we have X and Y, and they both start at 2. Okay, we want to go with the corresponding Y when X is 30. So we have to go all the way out to 30, and we're going to start with adding 7 to the X value. So add 7, it's 9, add 7, it's 16, add 7, it's 23, add 7, that's 30. So we know that we want to go out 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 5th value for Y. So for Y, we're going to add 8. It's 10 plus 8, 18 plus 8, 26 plus 8, and 34. So when X is 30, Y is going to be 34. Barry ordered 3,420 tickets for a raffle. He received 1/10 of the tickets. How many tickets did Barry receive? So he needs to get that total amount of tickets, but he only has this much of those tickets. So he has only 1/10 of the tickets that he ordered. So to find out how many tickets he received, we multiply, and we know that we will have 3,420 over 1. Okay, so we know that we are going to divide this by 10. We could cancel the zeros out, and then we would have 342 divided by 1, which is 342. Or you could automatically see, if you rewrite it, you might see it a little easier. But when we have a whole number and we're multiplying it by a fraction that has tenths, hundredths, or thousandths, we know that we are just going to simply take the decimal point, which whole numbers, the decimal point is always to the right of the ones place, and we're going to move that decimal point one place. And since this is a fraction, we want to reduce the amount. We want to make that number smaller, so we're going to move that decimal point to the left, and we're going to move it one time. And so that would equal 342. Write each number in decimal form. So you can do this a couple ways. First, it's in word form. So you can write it as standard form, or you can write it as decimal form. And I recommend that you write it underneath so that you are writing the values exactly where they're supposed to be. So I know I'm going to have a decimal point. I also know that I'm going to go all the way out to hundredths place. So I'm going to draw those two blanks. And this is 14. I know it's a double digit, so I have to go out to the tens place. And then I just fill in the values. So this is 14 and 5 hundredths. We want the 5 in the hundreds, so that means this value is 0. So we have 14 and 5 hundredths is written as 14.05. And next we have 7 and 12 thousandths. So decimal placement, we know we're going to have 7, it's in the ones place, and we know we're going to have thousands. So we go out tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So in the ones place, we have 7, and we want thousands, and we want 12. Well, we can't put 12 in one place value. So we're going to write 12 just as you normally do, but the 1 is going to be in the tenths or the hundredths, and the 2 is going to be in the thousandths to make this equivalent to 12 thousandths. So this has to be a value of 0. So 7.012 is 7 and 12 thousandths. Next, we have the ones place, and we have hundredths, tenths, hundredths. So the 1 goes in the ones place, and we want 80 hundredths. So 80 hundredths. So we have 1.80, which is 81 and 80 hundredths. All right, guys, till next time.